Greetings, YouTubers, and welcome to my 500th subscriber giveaway video, where today I'll be giving away 5 prizes to 5 people. I want to thank everyone for getting me to this point. It's been a great journey. I never thought I'd get this far since when I started back in June. My first subscriber, yes, was my wife, and I think my cousin was my second one, but to everybody else, I want to thank you also. You've made it fun to do these things. I always try to just do videos giving some information because everybody has a story to tell on these cards. My first job out of college, I worked in Arlington National Cemetery, and we always said that every headstone tells a story or has a story to tell, which it did. And it's just almost like cards. They have a story to tell, these players. So I try to do that. And I get comments, people email me, saying, your videos are too long, shorten them up. I wish I could, but I couldn't change the player, one. And I really want to give everybody a story about these people, whether you know them or not. Hopefully you know them afterwards. But I do thank everyone. I always like comments, good, bad, ugly, whatever. Keep them coming. It's good. It helps me with the channel. I love everybody's channels out there. Everybody I've subscribed to and watch. I try to watch everybody. I try to leave a comment as much as I can because you're all great. Whether you open packs, whether you get TTMs, what have you. It's just a fun ride. And I enjoy everybody's channel, wherever you live. United States, Canada, South America, Europe, Africa, Asia. It's all great. And you all have your own style, which makes it even that much better. I apologize for the lateness of this video on a late Sunday night. One, I had guests come in. I know I said I was going to try to do this Friday or Saturday, but my in-laws came into town and they left today. And two, my camera's been cutting about 9 times, so hopefully I'll get this through. Lucky number 10. And very simple drawing. Let's get to that. All you got to do is, if you first, I pick the first name, you get your choice of anything. I pick the second name, you get what's left of the 4. Third name, you get left of the 3. Fourth name, whatever's left, 2. And then the fifth, you get what is left. If you don't want it, if you're fifth, say, I don't really want that. Okay, not upset. I will pick someone else. Just, let me know. It's all about having fun, and I've tried to do that, and I just enjoy it. Hey, I'm happy. Try not to be too angry unless you're my children and get me going when you break something in the house. Yeah, gets a little upset. Well, before I get started, let's get some shout-outs going here. I always like to do at least 4. First one, we'll go to Bret Stone. Oh, Bret, got a fine channel there. Let me fix him a little bit. There you go. Got a fine channel. Give him a look-see if you can. Rob Hirsh, number 2. Rob's got a fine channel as well. He's got great content also. So 2 fine guys, Bret and Rob. Then we got GW573. He's currently doing 25 cards you would not get rid of, and he's got some great ones there. And then 4th, Patrick's Baseball Cards, one of the newer channels I've subscribed to, so give old Patrick a look. If you like them, subscribe to them. They're good channels. I'm just trying to get everybody as many subscribers as I can, because it's all about having fun. I didn't get into this thing to make a mint. I don't, write TTMs to make money or collect things to make money. That's just not the way I've done it. And some people can, and that's fine. I don't knock capitalism. Good for you. Yeah, that's cool. I don't think any bad of anybody, so try to think the best of everyone. And just a little note in news that I saw on Facebook for TTMers, that Hugh McElhaney, NFL Hall of Famer, who's been a great TTMer, I saw someone post on a video or a picture. They had a note from his daughter saying that he cannot sign anymore. He's 92 and it's getting much more difficult for him to do that. So, just to pass that on, I don't know if it's true or not. Hopefully, he still signs, but I don't know. I saw someone show the note. It was a little tiny note. So if you send to him, you may get that note back, or you may get it signed. So I'd pass a little info on. All right, let's get down to business before my camera cuts out again. I'll do this just once without it cutting out. First up, Rippin' for Rookies. I used my same box on every drawing. Rippin' for Rookies, great channel. Mike out in Pennsylvania, he chose Larry Boa, Brian Dawkins, Bobby Clark, and Dr. J. And we've got Vintage Card Steve, Nebraska's favorite son. Another fine channel. He chose Ryan Sandberg and Chris Bryant, Drew Bledsoe, Martin Brodeur in hockey, and Michael Jordan in basketball. A lot of people chose Michael Jordan. And we got up the Card Closet, a fine channel. He chose Kari Yastrzemski in baseball, Franco Harris in football, Mike Modano in hockey, and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar in basketball. Next, 25 Perez TTM. He's got a lot of subscribers. Good channel. Great channel. He chose Derek Jeter, Joe Montana, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. Wayne Gretzky and Michael Jordan incidentally tied. They had 21 votes apiece to lead the pack. Tom Brady had 6 votes in football to lead all of them, and Ken Griffey Jr. had 7 to lead them in baseball. And we got Seeking Hidden Gems. He's another fellow TTMer. And he chose George Foster in baseball, Emmett Smith and Walter Payton in football, and Shaquille O'Neal and Michael Jordan in basketball. Only one that chose Shaq. Sunnyside Sports and more. And he got a great channel also. Just a lot of autographs. Was it Ultimate Fighters? Things like that. Good channel. Check him out. He chose Dustin Pedroia, Emmett Smith, Brad Marchand in hockey, and Tracy McGrady in basketball. And up next, Burke Knowledge Sports Cars, another good channel. He chose Ken Griffey Jr., Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. And we got Ripping Vintage, Scott, Minnesota's favorite son. Rips cards, packs open with his son Xander. A lot of fun, father and son fun. He chose Kirby Puckett, Brett Favre, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. And then we got ARF Sports Cards. Give them a look-see too. What do they choose? Oh, Babe Ruth and Tim Raines in baseball, Jim Brown and Steve Largent in football, Wilt Chamberlain and Mark West in basketball, and Wayne Gretzky in hockey. Now we got Mr. Northwest Rips. Opens up packs up there in the Northwest. So a little more pro Seattle. Cool. Ken Griffey Jr. and Jay Buhner, 2 fine Mariners in baseball. Steve Largent, former Seahawk great in football. Mario Lemieux in hockey. Well, that could change when the Kraken starts playing. And Gary Payton in basketball. Then we've got Beaver Breaks, another great channel. They chose Don Mattingly in baseball. Only ones to choose Donnie baseball. Lawrence Taylor in football. Mark Messier with the Rangers in hockey. And Carmelo Anthony when he was with Syracuse in basketball. There's another great one. Hoover and Sons Sports Cards. They chose Roberto Clemente, one of my top 10 all-time favorites. Joe Namath in football. Mario Lemieux in hockey. And Kevin Johnson in basketball. And we got David M. Great cards, great Sports Illustrated, just good stuff. He chose, not surprising, he's a Cubs fan, Ryan Sandberg, Anthony Rizzo, Ernie Banks in baseball, Bo Jackson in football, although very close second was Barry Sanders, Peter Forsberg in hockey, and Michael Jordan in basketball, with a close second being Scottie Pippen. And we've got Muskoka Card Collector. Let me get him in there. Up in Canada. He does a lot of great Saturday shout-outs amongst the great packs he opens. Hockey, primarily. But he also does baseball. He chose hockey guys. Good. That's great. Wayne Gretzky, the great one. Who did he choose him with? Which team? Played for a couple of teams, but he was great in all of them. Eric Lindros. A lot of talent there. Just, too many concussions. Wendell Clark, Doug Gilmour, and Sid the Kid Crosby. All great players. And we got Collectaholic. Another fine channel there. Just Mickey Mantle, Jim Brown in football, Wayne Gretzky in hockey, and Michael Jordan in basketball. And we got Roll Tiderman. Yes, Roll Tide. First contest I ever won on YouTube was their channel. They chose Chipper Jones in baseball, Derek Thomas in football, Wayne Gretzky in hockey, and Larry Bird in basketball. And we got Jeffrey K. Well, Jeffrey chose Ricky Henderson in baseball, John Elway in football, Ron Hextall in hockey, and Dominique Wilkins, the human highlight film, in basketball. Great choices. And we got Roo Dog. Roo Dog, another great one. Jeffrey K, great one. Rude Dog, great. Roll Tiderman. He chose Roberto Clemente. Only 2 people chose Roberto. Lawrence Taylor in football, Mark Messier in hockey, and Bernard King in basketball. He was a great one out of Tennessee and with the Knicks, amongst other teams. And we got JC, J23A 45Y. Another one, great one. He chose Dwight Gooden, Richard Dent, the sack man in football, Wayne Gretzky in hockey, and Michael Jordan in basketball. And we got fast breaks and breakfast. And they break cards. They also have, at the beginning, some of the best breakfasts I've ever seen. I get hungry every time watching that channel. He chose Tony Oliva. Never saw him play in real time, but that's okay. Hey, great player. Should be in the Hall of Fame. Preston Pearson in football, a former Cowboy, and before that Steeler. Jamal Wilkes, great player with the Lakers, and before that UCLA. And Sid the Kid in hockey. And we got Mr. North Coast baseball cards. There's another great one. A lot of good baseball cards there. Little Bay Area thing here going. We got Barry Bonds in baseball, Jerry Rice in football, Eric Lindros in hockey, and Steph Curry in basketball. Up next, Slapnuts is gaming. Mr. Alright. He has a great channel, funny. I like to see who he puts in the bucket of pucks, mostly Ottawa Senators. He chose Brooke Jacoby in baseball, Doug Williams in football, Dennis Savard in hockey, and if you watch this channel, you'd know Dennis Savard, his guy. Wears that sexy jersey, as he likes to say, and Dominique Wilkins in basketball. And we got the hobbyists. The great channel is Rips, wrestling, baseball. He's a lot of fun with his family there. He chose Mike Schmidt, Joe Montana, Wayne Gretzky, and Larry Bird. We got another fine channel, Cannon Collectibles. Check him out. He chose Andre Dawson, the Hawk, Steve McNair, and Peyton Manning in football. Only one to choose Peyton. Roman Josie in hockey, Nashville player there, plays the Predators, and Magic Johnson in basketball. We've also got Let's Open Some Packs. And he does. Shows, opens a pack of cards and does a great job at it, and shows information also. He chose Miguel Cabrera, Ryan Broyles in football, who played with Oklahoma in college and the Lions in the pros, Tim Thomas in hockey, and Tim Duncan in basketball. Only one to choose Tim Duncan, great player. And we got Math Bowler, one of Western Pennsylvania's favorite sons. He chose, he's got a Western PA Pittsburgh connection here, and I would have been surprised if he picked anybody else for baseball. Andrew McCutcheon, Jerome Bettis in football, and Mario Lemieux in hockey. And we got a great TTMer here, Frank M. TTM. TTM's a lot of info. He chose Babe Ruth, and I have a feeling he picked Babe when he played with the Red Sox. Tom Brady in football, Ray Bork in hockey, and Larry Bird in basketball. And up next, one of California's favorites, Brandon Stebbins, one of the first people I saw on video. He chose Hank Aaron in baseball, Jerry Rice in football, Wayne Gretzky in hockey, and LeBron James in basketball. He's only one of 2 people to choose LeBron. And we got the Media Marauder, one of Ohio's favorite sons. Larry gets a ton of TTMs. It's just great. He chose for baseball Kevin Mitchell, one of the bigger mistakes the Mets ever made, getting rid of him. Not the biggest. That was probably Nolan Ryan and Tom Seaver there. He chose Roger Staubach in football, Mario Lemieux in hockey, and Dr. J in basketball. Then we've got a guy who puts together some of the greatest videos on YouTube, Cool Plastics, Chad out in Hawaii. Aloha. If he'd have picked anybody else besides this in baseball, I'd have been shocked. Dwight Gooden. You watch his channel, you know he likes Dwight Gooden. Randall Cunningham in football, Wayne Gretzky in hockey, and Dr. J in basketball. And we got Freedom Sufferer cards from the Netherlands by way of Canada. He does a lot of pack openings. He just showed off his Toronto cards. He's got great music, all around cool guy. Big Randy Macho Man Savage fan. He chose Joe Carter for baseball, only one to choose Joe. Dan Marino in football, Wendell Clark in hockey, and Michael Jordan in basketball. And then we got Mets Rule, Dan, up in Connecticut. I'd have been shocked if he didn't pick this guy for baseball. Gary Carter, favorite growing up. Also chose Mike Piazza, two great catchers, Hall of Famers. Howie Long in football, Mark Messier in hockey, and Larry Bird in basketball. And we got TJ Maxx Vintage Cards. This is a great channel. Terry shows off his super collection. Football, basketball, baseball. I mean, come on. I get jealous watching his videos because I want those cards. And I go out and buy a lot of them. My wife's like, she saw our bill lately, credit card bill. She's like, what? But check out TJ Maxx. He chose Mickey Mantle, Tony Dorsett, Bobby Orr, and Magic Johnson. And we got Stir Fry's Trio, one of Indiana's favorite sons, Sterling. Great channel. He chose Ken Griffey Jr., Emmitt Smith, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. Comes another fine channel, Callie and Jordan Squad. Oop, there you go. Give him a look. Ken Griffey Jr., Brett Favre, Mario Lemieux, and Kyle Lowry in basketball. All right, we got Kason, 2006. Who did Kason choose? Oh, Cal Ripken Jr., the only one to choose Cal. Great player. Walter Payton, Mario Lemieux, and Sidney Crosby in hockey. And in basketball, Larry Bird and Michael Jordan. So, good choices, Kason. Good guy. And next up, Todd Richardson, down here in Florida. Well, Todd chose Mickey Mantle, Barry Sanders, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. And we got Picker Jim S. There's another great channel there. Picker Jim chose Pedro Martinez, Tom Brady, Bobby Orr, and Michael Jordan. And then we've got Topps Vintage 316. Who did they choose? Ted Simmons in baseball. Only one to choose Hall of Famer Ted Simmons. Great catcher. Walter Payton, Sidney Crosby, and Michael Jordan. And here we got one of Michigan's favorite sons, Clump's Cars, old Kurt. There's TTM's, great channel as well. He chose Ty Cobb, Terry Bradshaw, Stevie Eiserman, and Bill Laimbeer in basketball. Other than bad boys. And we've got Spidey. Oops, I just put that in there. I don't know what the heck I was doing. All right. I did put him in. I don't know. We've got Aranya Boys. Sorry about that. I don't know what the heck happened here. Spidey. Got one of the best channels out there. Check him out. It's very entertaining videos if you just want to watch for that, besides the great content. He chose Tony Gwynn, Keyshawn Johnson, Quinn Hughes, and Michael Jordan. Make sure these didn't stick together. Right, got clumped there. We got Zach's Sports Cards and Collectibles. And Zach chose Dale Murphy. Only one to choose Dale, who should be in the Hall of Fame. Steve Bartkowski. Should get a better look at the Hall there. He was a great quarterback. Dominique Wilkins and Wayne Gretzky. So a little Atlanta slant. Then we've got Autographs 2000. Scott down there in North Carolina. Baltimore fans. He chose Brady 90210 Anderson, Ray Lewis, Brett Hull in hockey, and LeBron James in basketball. And then we got Sticks G. Sticks up there in Canada. He chose Cecil Fielder, Brett Favre. Hope I get this hockey name right. Saku Koivu and Vinsanity, Vince Carter in basketball. And we got another great channel, Jay's Mix. Yep. Kevin Biggio, Marcus Allen, Mitch Marner. Great picks. Then we've got Canadian Card Breakers, better known as The Tristan Show. If you've ever seen it, Tristan is the star of that show. Ernie Witt in baseball. Ron Lancaster in football. He played in the CFL for Ottawa, Saskatchewan. He passed away, Pennsylvania native. And up next, he also chose, Wayne Gretzky and Michael Jordan, hockey and basketball. So I'm going to skip those two. Now up next, we got House of Cards here. Getting a little punchy at this hour, I think. He chose one of California's favorite sons as well. Sacramento's favorite son, Ken Griffey Jr., Tom Brady, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. So good choices, Haas. And we got a couple of young guys here. JK Johnny. He's up in Canada. Rips a lot of hockey stuff. Has Fridays where he does history on a player from hockey. He and Marky Mark. Can't leave Marky Mark out. They chose Ricky Henderson, Tom Brady, Connor McDavid in hockey, and Michael Jordan in basketball. And we've got poor man's Stack, the Alabama's favorite son. He chose Hank Aaron, another Alabama native, Julio Jones in football, Wayne Gretzky in hockey, and Michael Jordan in basketball. And you got another fine channel, Corey's Cards. Give them a look-see. Get in there. He chose Nolan Ryan, the only one to choose the Ryan Express. Tom Brady. In hockey, he chose both Gordie Howe and Wayne Gretzky. Only one to choose Wayne Gretzky. I'm assuming the only one to choose Gordie Howe. It is late. I'm getting real punchy here. And Wayne Gretzky and Michael Jordan. And we got Adam's Card Closet. There's Arkansas's favorite son. Get that Bill Clinton guy. Adam is Arkansas's favorite son. He chose Ken Griffey Jr., Jerry Rice, and Kobe Bryant. All great choices there. And now we got Seagreen9090. He does a card, shows you the card, and gives a little info in the description. He chose Ken Griffey Jr., Dan Marino, Wayne Gretzky, and Grant Hill in basketball. All right. And we got another one. Steely Mike. Don't confuse him with Steely Dan. This is better. Steely Mike is better than Steely Dan. Oh, the Steely Dan is great. He chose Mickey Mantle, his father's hero, and he also chose George Brett, his childhood hero. He chose Walter Payton, Wayne Gretzky, and Michael Jordan. And we've got Bears Cards 34. Yes, he's a Bears fan. Walter Payton. Brian. He got a great channel also. Shows Andre Dawson. Chose Walter Payton, Wayne Gretzky, and Karl Malone. The only one to choose the mailman. And then we've got Alan Twitchell. Kansas's favorite son. He chose Mark the Bird Fedrich in baseball. If you don't know who that is, look him up. He was quite a character. Joe Namath in football. John Kordick in hockey. Passed away. He played for Montreal, Toronto, Washington, Quebec, and Pistol Pete Maravich. And we got Josh. Josh picked somebody, in baseball. Very interesting. Germany Schaefer. Second baseman who played with the Cubs, the Tigers, Washington Senators, the Yankees, and Cleveland. He lived from 1876 to 1919, so vintage. He also chose a great player in the NFL, Sammy Baugh, Peter Forsberg in hockey, and Bob Cousy in basketball. And then we got Bobby Catalano. Bobby chose Kevin Kiermaier of the Tampa Bay Rays in baseball, Mark Brunell in football, Wayne Gretzky in hockey, and Dennis Rodman, Rodzilla in basketball. All right. We'll shake the box up here really good so we can pick. I'll give it another shake. Give everybody a fighting chance, don't we? All right. And my favorites are, I'll just tell you mine. In baseball, there were three. Mickey Mantle, who I never saw play, Dave Winfield, and Thurman Munson. In football, Jim Brown, who I never saw play, way before my time. Lawrence Taylor, my favorite defensive player of all time. I did see him play. He's great. In hockey, Pat LaFontaine. He was like the first great American player I remember. Him and Bobby Carpenter. Dave the Hammer Schultz, my favorite Canadian of all time. And my favorite goalie is Pelle Lindbergh. He was great. Died too young. Current favorite player is Patrick Kane. The Slapnuts would say he wears that sexy jersey. And in basketball, Bill Russell, who I never saw play. Greatest winner of all time. And Ralph Sampson and Patrick Ewing. All right. So who will be number one on the list? We put our hands in there. And we come up with... Oh, Eric. Slapnuts is gaming. As he would say, all right. You get to pick first. Whatever you want, you get to pick. All right, we'll shake her up again. if we can. Stick our hand in. We come up with, it's a Canadian night, I guess. Canadian card breakers. So you guys will get to pick second. See what Tristan likes. All right, let's roll. Shake it up again. Give it the old 1-2. We'll stick our hand in there, and we pull out number 3. All right, Mets rule. Dan, you get to pick third. Down to the final 2. Shake this box up. And we put our hand in there, and we come up with, okay, TJ Maxx Vintage Cards. Old Terry gets number 4. And in the 5th spot, last but not least, who can we get? We shall shake her up. And we got Bobby Catalano. So those are the top 5. I appreciate everybody entering. I'm sorry I couldn't give away more. Wish I could, like I said. I wish I had money for 500, but I don't. I appreciate you if you've waited this long in the video. It's a long one, and I apologize, but I appreciate y'all making it this far. So in the description will be my email address. Some of you I have your addresses for. I know I got Slapnuts and Eric up there, Dan at Mets Rule, but I don't have the other 3, Canadian Card Breakers, Terry at TJ Maxx Vintage Cards, and Bobby Catalano. So, like I said, Slapnuts, you get the first pick. Canadian Card Breakers, second. Mets Rule, third. TJ Maxx Vintage Cards, fourth. And Bobby Catalano, fifth. So, I appreciate you watching all. Thank you again for being 500 subscribers. And I will have another giveaway in June, much bigger one. Maybe something in between here and there. But in June, it'll kind of be like a Christmas one where we're giving away a lot of things, and I've already got 2 of them that I'm going to give away. One is this box of 1988 Topps cards. That's 88. Yeah. So the whole box, you get it. And also, I got a box of 1991 OPG. You like OPG, or if you're Canadian and you want it. But again, thank you so much. Let's be kind to each other out there, one person at a time, and it'll make a huge difference in this world, believe you me. And thank you all once again. Everybody be safe.